Welcome back to our English practice podcast. In this podcast, I speak English slowly and clearly so you can hear the pronunciation. Train your ears and understand English more easily. When people speak to you in real life, you don't have to memorize anything today. Just listen to the situation. Relax and let your brain connect the meaning. Today's story is very practical. It's about a real life moment that many people experience. Asking about a job and doing a short interview. This is not a textbook English. This is the kind of English you can actually use. Alright, let's begin. Today, I'm walking with my friend Laura. She wants to find a job and she wants to practice her English in real life. She feels nervous, but she is also tired of waiting. She tells me, Ellie, I'm scared to speak English. I don't want to sound wrong. I look at her and I say, Laura, you don't need perfect English. You need clear English and you need courage. That's it. She takes a deep breath and says, Okay, I'm going to try. We arrived at a small bakery and coffee shop. It looks warm and friendly. People are inside drinking coffee. Someone is laughing. The place feels calm. Laura looks at the door and whispers, What if they say no? I smile and say, If they say no, it's okay. You still practice. You still improve. We walk in. A woman behind the counter looks at us and smiles. Hi, welcome in. How can I help you? She asks. Laura looks at me for half a second. Then she looks back at the woman and speaks slowly. Hi, I'm here to ask if you are hiring. The woman nods. Yes, we are. Are you looking for a part-time or full-time? Laura pauses. I can see she is thinking. She says, Part-time, please. The woman smiles. Okay, great. Do you want to fill out an application? Laura answers. Yes. The woman hands her a paper and pen. You can sit right there, she says, pointing to a small table near the window. Laura and I sit down. Laura looks at the paper like it's a big test and she whispers, There are too many questions. I laugh softly and say, It's okay. This is not a test. It's just information. She takes a breath and starts reading. The first part is easy. Name, phone number, address. Then she sees a question that makes her stop. It says, "Are you legally allowed to work in the United States?" Lara looks at me and says quietly, "What does that mean?" I say it means, "Do you have permission to work here?" Lara nods. Okay. She checks the box. Next question. What days are you available? Lara says, available? I say available means the days you can work. Lara nods again. Okay. She writes Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Next question. What time can you work? Lara says, I can work in the mornings. She writes 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Then she sees, do you have experience? Lara smiles a little because she does have experience. She says, yes, I worked in cleaning and I worked with customers too. She writes it down. While she writes, I notice her shoulders relaxing. She is still nervous, but she is doing it. She is not running away from the moment. After she finishes, she looks at me and says, okay, I did it. I smile and say, yes, you did it. Great job. We walk back to the counter and give the application to the woman. The woman looks at it and says, thank you. Our manager is here right now. Do you have a few minutes for a quick interview? Lara's eyes open wide. A quick interview? She repeats. The woman nods. Yes, just a few questions. Lara swallows and looks at me. I say softly, it's okay. Keep it simple. Short answers. Clear answers. Lara takes a deep breath and says, okay. A few minutes later, the manager comes out. He is a tall man with a friendly face. He smiles and says, hi, I'm Kevin. Nice to meet you. Lara says, nice to meet you too. Kevin looks at Lara and says, so, Lara, tell me a little bit about yourself. Lara pauses, but she doesn't freeze. She starts slowly. My name is Lara. I'm hardworking. I'm responsible. And I'm looking for a job where I can learn and grow. Kevin nods. Great. Why do you want to work here? Lara looks around the bakery. Then she answers honestly. I like this place. It feels friendly. And I like working with people. Kevin smiles. That's good. Then he asks, do you have experience talking to customers? Lara says, yes, in my last job, I helped customer. I answered questions and I solved small problems. Kevin nods. Again, good. Are you comfortable working on your feet? Lara says, yes, I'm used to it. Kevin asks, are you available on weekends? Lara thinks carefully. She doesn't want to lie. She says, I can work on Saturdays. Sundays are difficult for me. Kevin says, okay, thanks for telling me. Then he asks, when can you start? Lara answers, I can start next week. Kevin nods. Perfect. One last question. What are your strengths? And then she remembers a simple way to answer. She says, my strengths are I'm on time, I work hard, and I work well with a team. Kevin smiles. That's exactly what we want to hear. Then Kevin says, thank you for coming in today. We will call you in a couple of days. Lara says, thank you so much for your time. Kevin says, you're welcome. We walk outside and Lara stops for a second. She takes a long breath, like she was holding it in the whole time. Then she looks at me and says, Ellie, I did it. I smile and say, yes, you did it. She says, my English is not perfect. I say, it doesn't need to be perfect. You communicated. You understood. You answered the questions. That is real progress. Lara smiles like she is proud of herself. And honestly, that is the best feeling because this is what learning English is about. Not being perfect, not knowing every single word. It's about showing up in real life and trying. Now, I want to help you with something. If you ever apply for a job in English, these are simple sentences you can use. Listen to them and let them feel normal. I'm here to ask if you are hiring. I'm looking for a part-time job. I'm looking for a full-time job. I'm available on weekends. I'm available on Saturdays. I can work in the mornings. I can't work in the afternoons. I have experience with customers. I learn fast. I'm responsible. I'm on time. I work well with team. I can start next week. Thank you for your time. And here are common questions you may hear. Are you available on weekends? Do you have experience? Why do you want to work here? When can you start? What are your strengths? If you understood these questions, you are preparing for real life. Thank you for listening today. If this story helped you, please leave a like and subscribe and write a comment. It's free and it helps this podcast grow so I can keep making more English practice stories for you. I'm Ellie, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!